Hi, this is Kamalia Rahman, and this is the demonstration for the third experiment of Web Technology Lab, where I have to create a web page including CSS. And here is the mock-up page for my website. My page should look like this. It has menu items, navigation bar, it has banners, it has thumbnails, and it has the headings, subheadings, and this kind of blocks. So how do we create it? So here is my code, and let me run it. So this is how my website is looking like. Here I have a banner image with title, then I have the thumbnails, then I have the headings, subheadings, and at the end I have a tag. So I'll show you the code for this. So first I have created a CSS file, which is I used external CSS, so I created a link, and here is my CSS file, and the main body of my HTML contains the header. So first the header, it has the heading welcome to Kolkata, and then to create the navigation bar I have created the unordered list, and inside unordered list I have created the links, and then I have my div tags. Inside that I have created my thumbnails. So I'll show you the CSS for this. So for the navigation bar, this is the ordered list, the unordered list. For the unordered list, the whole thing I've created a background color and width, position, and font size, font color. And for the list items of the navigation bar, I have given display as inline block so that it will be in a same line. Then I have used padding 20 pixel so that it looks good. Then I have given font size, text alignment, and font color. And when I hover over the list items, the color changes to yellow green, as you can see over here. As I hover over them, the color changes. This I have done using this li hover. Now for the next one, I have this big image, which is my banner image. So how did I create this? Now for that I have the code as here. I have a div tag called col, and within that I have a paragraph called with a div id kk, which has the tag welcome to the city of joy. So for the div tag, inside this div tag I have given my banner image. So how did I give this? The CSS is this. Here I have inside the style sheet I have given the URL of the image, which is kolkata.jpg, with height, and for creating a background, creating a banner, the background should be background size cover so that it will cover the whole page. So it's quite easy. And then for the tag which says that welcome to the city of joy, I have created the tag kk, and inside that I have given my top as 720 pixel so that it counts the top from the beginning, from the top of the page, and the opacity I have described at 10% so that it gives a sense of transparency, and then I have made it float right so it shifts towards the right side. Then I have given margin, color, and I have made the position as relative. Then I have the thumbnails. So my thumbnails, it has got images, and it also has this writings over it which gives the name of the places called St. Paul's Cathedral and Victoria Memorial. And how did I create this? I have the code for this. So here As you can see in my main page, I have created one main div tag, and inside that I have a paragraph, which inside the paragraph tag I have the name called name of those thumbnails: Princess Ghat, St. Paul's Cathedral, Victoria Memorial, and everything. And for the div tags I have a different style, and also for the paragraph tags I have different styles, so we'll look into that. So the div tag is named as 1, 2, and paragraphs are p1, p2. So for inside the main div tag I have the image, so I have given it as background image, then URL, then the name of the image, then I have created the width, height, I have given float left so that it shifts towards the left side, and then I have given the margin as 2% so that it gives a margin, this space in between the images. And again I have the paragraph, that is to create the name of the images. Inside the paragraph I have given the background color as black, and I have set the position to be relative, and it has the top as 100 pixel. So here as you can see, I have given the opacity also, so it will look like this. So for the background color I have this black color, then I have the opacity, then I have the font color as white, as I have mentioned. So for all these four we can do the same thing, and we can make the float as float left so that it will shift towards the float, and the margin will be 2 in between them. And for the next one, which says the discussion forum smart city poll, so how do we create this kind of box? The code goes like this. Here I have created a main div tag inside which inside this big div tag h1 I have two of the boxes, and inside the div tag I have a nested div tag which is h2, and inside this I have written the contents in a paragraph, and this is the heading of it. So for the second one also I have did the same thing. Inside the div tag I have given a paragraph which has the name, and then I have the contents. So the div tag name, the div tag ID is h3, and the paragraph tag is cc. So how did I create the style? We'll look into that. So this is the style sheet for this. So for h1, that is the main div tag, I have the position as relative, then display as inline block, and then I have the height as 100 px, overflow visible, then I have given the padding. Overflow visible means whatever the contents, it will be shown and it will not go out. Then for the div tag in which I have the contents, I have the position as absolute. See, the main parent tag, that is h1, it has relative positioning, and the other position, that is a child tag, which is h2, it has absolute positioning. So it will take the value from the top of this div tag h1. So whatever value I give here, it is in reference to the main div tag h1. So here I have given background color, then overflow auto means whatever the contents, according to that it will give me the box. Then I have the padding, I have border, and display as inline block so that the next box which I create, it will be in a same line. And I have set the width and height, and for the h3 tag also I have done the same thing. I have given the same attributes: position, top, right, then overflow, padding, etc, etc. So how do we write the contents? For this thing, that is the contents, I have the code as this index.html. So the contents are inside the tags EE and CC. So the style given for this are as follows. So as you can see, EE, I have given a background color, I have made the position as relative so that it takes all the value from the top of the h1 tag, it is the parent tag, and then I have the color, padding, font size, etc. For the other one, CC, I have done the same thing. I have given the position, top, opacity, color, padding and font size. So next we move on to the next thing, that is the last one. For this tag, what I have done is I'll show the main code in my HTML file. How is it looking? In my HTML file, inside a div tag called h4, I have written a paragraph with id foot, and here I have whatever I need to write. I have the contents. So the style for this is here inside the id h4. Here I have the font black, I have the position as relative, then margin I've given 5%, then margin from right I have not left any margin, and for the foot, that is for the main content, I have the position as absolute. Since this is relative, I have made this absolute so that this one becomes the parent tag and this one becomes the child tag. So whatever value I give, it will take from the in reference to the major div tag. So then I have written the background colors, I have mentioned the font size, padding, opacity, and for the underlining of the text I have used something called text decoration underline. So it gives me the text in with underline. Then I have given the font color. So when we run this, it looks like this. I have the heading tag, then I have the navigation bars, then I have the banner with the title, then I have the thumbnails, then I have these boxes with headings, and I have the underlined tag. So it's working, and when we click on this, I have the links also. So the links are also working. So that is how we create a web page using CSS. And to link the CSS file, the code is like this. This is my main file, main HTML file. Here to link the CSS file, I have something called link relative equal to style sheet type text slash CSS and href equal to experiment3 css.css. This one is the name of my CSS file. So when I link this to my CSS file and my HTML file, both works together and give me a output. So this was my web page. Thank you for watching.